We all crave a better life, right? We search for shortcuts, secret formulas, magic pills. What if I told you the answer isn't some grand scheme, but a simple trick? It's not about massive overhauls, but tiny, consistent actions. This isn't about overnight transformations. It's about the power of small habits, the subtle shifts that, over time, create seismic changes. Intrigued? Read on to uncover this life-altering trick. The trick, my friend, is the 1% rule. It's the idea that by improving just 1% each day, whether in your skills, knowledge, or habits, you unlock exponential growth over time. Think of it like compound interest, but for your life. Small gains, consistently applied, create a snowball effect, leading to remarkable progress. Skeptical? Consider this: if you improve just 1% every day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better than when you started. On the flip side, if you get 1% worse each day, you'll decline to almost zero. This highlights the power of marginal gains and the devastating impact of small declines. The key takeaway? Small changes matter a lot. Our brains love habits. They're efficient, requiring less energy than conscious thought. By focusing on tiny habits, we leverage this natural wiring to our advantage. It's about making the good choices easy and the bad choices hard, gradually rewiring our brains for success. This isn't about willpower, it's about smart systems. This isn't just theory, it's backed by science. Studies show that small, consistent changes are more sustainable and lead to greater long-term success than drastic overhauls. Our brains are wired for gradual change, not radical transformations. So embrace the power of tiny gains and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you want to get in shape. Instead of overwhelming yourself with a complete lifestyle change, start small. Walk for 10 minutes each day, do 5 push-ups every morning, swap sugary drinks for water. These tiny actions seem insignificant, but they create a foundation for lasting change. As you build momentum, you'll naturally want to do more. Those 10-minute walks become 20 minutes. 5 push-ups turn into 10, then 20. You start craving healthier foods. Small wins fuel your motivation, creating a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. The same applies to any area of life. Want to write a book? Start with writing 200 words each day. Want to learn a new language? Spend 15 minutes practicing vocabulary. The key is to break down your goals into bite-sized actions that feel easy to accomplish. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Don't get discouraged by setbacks. They're part of the process. Focus on showing up each day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, these small actions will accumulate, leading to remarkable results. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve when you harness the power of tiny gains. The first step is often the hardest. We tend to overestimate what we can achieve in the short term and underestimate what we can accomplish in the long run. We set ambitious goals, only to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results. That's why it's crucial to start small, really small. Choose a habit you want to build and break it down into its smallest possible action. Want to meditate? Start with just 2 minutes a day. Want to eat healthier? Begin by adding 1 serving of vegetables to your dinner. The key is to make the starting point so easy that you can't say no. This might feel silly at first. You might think, 2 minutes of meditation? That won't do anything. But that's the point. It's not about the initial impact. It's about building the habit, creating momentum. Once you've established the routine, you can gradually increase the duration or intensity. Remember, the goal is to make the habit stick, not to achieve perfection from day one. Start small, build consistency, and watch as those small actions pave the way for significant, lasting change. Section 5. Step 2. Make it obvious, make it easy. Our environment plays a crucial role in shaping our habits. We're bombarded with cues throughout the day that trigger certain behaviors. Want to eat healthier? Don't keep junk food in the house. Want to read more? Place a book on your pillow every morning. Make the desired action the easiest option. Design your environment to support your goals. Create visual reminders like sticky notes or vision boards. Use technology to your advantage by setting reminders or using habit tracking apps. The more visible and accessible the cue for your new habit, the more likely you are to perform it. Reduce friction by preparing in advance. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Pack a healthy lunch instead of relying on takeout. The easier it is to engage in the desired behavior, the less likely you are to succumb to procrastination or temptation. Remember, we're wired to choose the path of least resistance. By making your desired habits obvious and easy, you're essentially rewiring your environment and, in turn, rewiring your brain for success. Section 6, Step 3. Consistency is key building the habit loop. Habits are formed through repetition, through the creation of what's known as the habit loop. This loop consists of 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue triggers the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward reinforces the behavior, making it more likely to be repeated. To build a lasting habit, you need to establish a strong habit loop. This means consistently performing the behavior after the cue and rewarding yourself afterward. The reward doesn't have to be anything major. It could be as simple as checking off the habit in your tracker or acknowledging your progress. The key is to make the reward something you genuinely enjoy, something that motivates you to continue the behavior. Over time, the brain begins to associate the cue with the reward, making the routine more automatic and less reliant on willpower. Remember, consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to perform the habit consistently, even if it's for a short duration, than to do it sporadically for longer periods. Focus on showing up each day, even if it's just for a few minutes, and let the power of the habit loop work its magic. Section 7. Step 4. Reward your progress. Stay motivated. We're wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. This principle applies to habit formation as well. When we reward ourselves for engaging in desired behaviors, we reinforce those behaviors, making them more likely to be repeated. Rewards create a positive feedback loop that fuels motivation. Choose rewards that align with your goals and values. If you're trying to eat healthier, don't reward yourself with junk food. Instead, opt for something that supports your overall well-being, like a massage or a new cookbook. Don't underestimate the power of small rewards. Even simple things like a pat on the back or a few minutes of listening to your favorite music can be surprisingly effective in reinforcing desired behaviors. The key is to find what works for you and to make the reward contingent upon performing the habit. Remember, motivation ebbs and flows. There will be days when you don't feel like it, when you'd rather stay in bed than hit the gym. That's when having a system in place, along with a well-chosen reward, can make all the difference. Reward your progress, celebrate your wins, and stay motivated on your journey of self-improvement. At Section 8, the domino effect, transforming your life. One step at a time. The beauty of building small habits is that they often create a ripple effect, positively impacting other areas of your life. For example, when you start exercising regularly, you might find that you have more energy, sleep better, and feel more confident. These positive changes can then spill over into other areas, like your relationships, your work, and your overall well-being. You start to see the interconnectedness of your life, how small changes in one area can lead to significant improvements in others. This is the power of the domino effect. By focusing on one small habit at a time, you create a chain reaction of positive change that can transform your entire life. It's about building momentum, one small win at a time, until you reach a tipping point where everything starts to fall into place. Remember, change is a process, not an event. It's about making small, consistent improvements over time, trusting that those small actions will eventually lead to remarkable results. Embrace the domino effect and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. Section 9. Embrace the journey. Your best self awaits. Building a better life isn't about finding some magic formula or overnight solution. It's about embracing the journey, committing to the process of continuous improvement, one small step at a time. It's about becoming the architect of your life, designing the habits, routines, and environments that support your goals and aspirations. Remember, you are capable of incredible things. You have the power to change your habits, to transform your life, to become the best version of yourself. It all starts with a single step, a small action, a commitment to showing up each day, even when you don't feel like it. So, embrace the journey. Embrace the power of small habits, and watch as your life unfolds in ways you never thought possible. Your best self awaits.